Hey Libra, what is going on? Welcome into the channel. So happy to have you here always. My name is Deborah, owner of Purusha Holistic Wellness, and this is another episode of Purusha Intuitive, where we're going to look at your energy via the tarot, astrology, and any channeled messages that come through. So let's get into it, Libra. I hope that you're doing well today. We are in the midst of Aries season, just coming off of a new moon solar eclipse in Aries. Solar eclipses bring change to our external environment, and new moons are a great time to set intention. And why I'm highlighting this is because we're in Aries season, which is all about investing in ourselves, really putting ourselves first. That value that if we don't, how can we invest in people, in relationships, in things we want to see manifest in our life? We can't really, right? Like, we're only going to be doing kind of a half-assed job of it. So it's a little dicey right now because Pisces season was super emotional, super triggering for a lot of different areas. And we're using that, it's becoming the fuel to empower us into Aries season. But at the same time, we're still contending with a lot of the emotions and feelings around certain dynamics. And these are things that can be a little bit like overwhelming, things that thankfully we kind of know, we're used to. It's either a pattern or the same person, same situation, etc., that keeps kind of popping off. But we're also being invited to take a new approach, to find a different way, find a different solution, because what has been done to date hasn't worked, right? None of that's easy. None of that's easy at all. It's requiring us to be conscious, mindful, aware, not react, not get upset, which is like, well, maybe not get upset. Feelings are feelings. Feel your feelings 100%, but it can just be a little bit overwhelming. There's a lot to juggle, and you love your balance, Libra. So that's why I like to start off these readings with an energy cleansing, just kind of set the tone, set the vibe for the reading, cleanse out some of the blocks, some of the limitations that you might be coming into. It's a really good time to set your own intention as well, especially if you've come into this reading, something on your heart, something on your mind, something you would like Spirit to deliver messages to you around. Definitely give that over. Be open to receive. It's an awesome way to personalize these collective readings. And I also do personal readings. I offer a variety of healing wellness services. Readings are one of them. If you want me to look at your specific situation, how it's faring, where it's headed, etc. Or if you're just looking for more of a realignment of self, I do energy healing as well as Ayurvedic or holistic wellness consultations. When we're operating from that space of alignment, we're making choices, bringing things into our life that bring us happiness, fulfillment, empowerment, success, etc. And we all deserve that, right? So I would love to help support in any way possible. Definitely hit me up if you're interested, Libra. All the info to get into contact with me is in the description box below. All right, let's get into our cleansing. I bless you with pure love and light, pure source energy, pure loving grace. I release anything that is not for your highest and best. Any fears, doubts, insecurities, lack of worth, lack of value, pain, anger, frustration, impatience, overwhelm. Cleanse it and release it from our being so we may see and understand the messages clearly and help to make me a clear and open channel for the collective. Thank you, Father God, Spirit guides, guardian angels, Mama love, Mama love. I got a little bit of that smoke in my eye. Sorry, I'm gonna move this real quick. All right, Libra, let's get into it. So your energy feels like pretty okay. It feels like you are kind of taking a balanced or diplomatic approach to life lately. Some things have been difficult, have hurt, been painful even. And I'm even hearing this in the way where, like, you thought you would see certain movement in certain areas and it just hasn't happened. And if anything, it's kind of put a lot of damper on life lately. I love that your energy is fear. It will lie to your face 100%, right? And you know, it seems like on some level, maybe you've been living out of that fear. Maybe you've been living from this space of keeping it safe, keeping it easy, but it hasn't really gotten you anywhere, right? Like it hasn't done you any good. And if anything, it's kind of feels like it's been avoiding the truth, avoiding the reality. Maybe some of this you can't necessarily control, but at the same time, this is stuff that like is gonna manifest, is gonna come to head. You know this, you feel this, you sense this. You're still holding on to a lot of shoulda, woulda, couldas. Shame, regret, and guilt. Those are bullshit, 100%. Forgive and let that stuff go. This is forgiveness of self, forgiveness of others. You know, forgiveness, obviously, as we all, it's for ourselves, right? It's not necessarily for that other person. And it's not an easy thing to come by, right? Because a lot of what we're dealing with are people, situations that have triggered a lot of pain, a lot of wounding. And it's this thing where we have to be honest about it. We have to be honest about who and what we're giving credit to, what we're giving power to. You think someone is lying, and they are. And that's kind of in your blocked energy. Like, I feel like you've almost given your power away to someone, something that's not being fully honest with you, that's not really revealing the truth. And then I'm hearing it's like you're projecting it onto other people, other situations in a way that's keeping you kind of limited. It's keeping you in this space of like the fear, right? The fear of, well, you know, if this person's lying to me, then that person's probably lying to me. Like, I attract all these liars. However you're kind of compartmentalizing it, whatever you're blaming yourself for, it's keeping you in this loop, right? It's keeping you in this never-ending loop. Believe what you see. Face reality or live in La La Land. Choose bravely. La La Land is so fun, but when reality hits, it can be a little bit brutal. And that's exactly what this feels like, 100%. I love this. The cards never lie. The cards never lie. The Devil and Five of Cups. So it definitely just feels like someone had a hold of you for a long time, and now you're in this place where it does look like you're trying to get out of it, or maybe you're even being forced out of it. Maybe you're being forced in a way to choose a new path, to go forward in a different direction. I do feel on some level you're stuck right now. This definitely feels that. Yeah, 10 of Wands. It does feel a little bit stuck. It feels a little bit stuck. You got a lot of stress on you. It's easier when we have free time, free space to like do all the things, right? Like meet new people, invest in new things, you know, etc. Network, put ourselves out there, whatever this might be. And at the same time, it's just like you don't have the space to do it. And I feel like that's why a lot of this stuff is on repeat for you, because you're not seeing any movement. And this is just kind of how it is, unfortunately, in the astrology right now. Mars has been in retrograde. It's been weirdly aspected. It's our action potential. It's kind of like what brings movement into life. And right now, it's definitely forcing us to deal with, contend with what's in front of our face. And it looks like whatever that is for you right now, Libra, feels very tiring. It feels very overwhelming. I do feel like you kind of have to be incredibly vigilant. The Queen of Swords, that's your card, that's your energy. She's known for like no bullshit, right? And in this way where it's like, even if it is hurtful, even if it is painful, it's just the recognition that sometimes you got to cut it off. This cutting off feels more to things of the past, situations, people, dynamics that you know you're letting go of, that you need to step away from, that it is in the process of working itself out. It doesn't look like it's happened 100% yet because you're too distracted. Like, you're too distracted. And I do think things are going to come to head. But here's the thing, Libra. It also looks like there's something good waiting on the sidelines. This looks like a new opportunity, new person, new situation. It definitely has like a lot of really beautiful vibes around it. Someone who wants to connect with you, who's a little bit hesitant about that right now. They're hesitant because of like some of the stuff that they're dealing with in their own life, right? So, okay, you got 3 10s. I love this. Cycle closure. That rarely happens in readings. 3 10s, that is. So confirmation that like spirit is bringing this to a head. This feels like something you've been in for quite some time, right? Like I said, like this has just been your life. You're kind of used to it at this point. But like I said, something good is on the horizon. Whatever this messiness is, you're gonna find this out. But I feel like you find this out as you choose to like go beyond, as you choose to kind of connect with new people, new situations. I do feel like someone's waiting to connect. Someone's waiting to come out of the woodwork. I don't know. They're a little bit emotional. Like I do feel like this is a past energy. Like this is someone that you know, or they feel like they know you, but they're a little bit hesitant. They're a little bit hesitant because of what they're coming from. Some of the guilt, the pain, this feels like mirroring energy, i.e. someone who's experienced a lot as well, similar to you. And so they have this need to self-protect. They're kind of talking themselves out of taking a step, but they can't resist at the same time. They can't resist. Let's see if they're going to present themselves this week. Or, okay. I feel like this is someone who's kind of like waiting a little bit too much. And yeah, this is someone who's waiting too much. And I feel like I almost see them like watching you walk away. Now, like I said, I don't necessarily feel like you have dealings or interactions with this person's situation. You might, everyone's situation's different, but it feels like this is someone who's definitely like waiting on the sidelines. And they do have intentions. They have the best intentions, so to speak, but it's almost like they're making it harder on themselves. And I'm seeing it as like they're watching you walk away. Because they're not taking the chance. They're not taking the opportunity. I kind of feel like they have to watch this to get their butt into gear, you know, to actually have some courage to reach out to you, Libra. Yeah, positive reflection. Create your reality, diamond strength. And I feel like this is a lot of just like what you both are traveling through. Some of the reasons that either universe, spirit, God has kept you apart, right place, right time, that type of thing. It hasn't happened quite yet. You both are kind of in that vibe. And like I said, you don't even feel like you're paying attention or you're aware of this to some capacity, but I feel like this is a perspective shift. We had the Hangman pop up, perspective shift in the way that as much as messiness might be happening, as much as like certain things might be stealing our time, our energy, our goodness, etc., we still have the opportunity to kind of focus on what we're trying to manifest, the goodness in our life, what our life is going to look like after we get out of the shit show, right? And part of that is about letting go of how things fall into play. You know, it's crazy how much things need to line up, synchronicities, etc., especially when it comes to certain karmas that we're working out right now, that messier stuff. And we can't necessarily dictate the time. And you focusing your energy on feeling bad, feeling guilty, shoulda, woulda, coulda, is only going to make this new situation like hold off, right? Because again, it's that mirroring energy. And it's basically saying both of you just need to recognize, like, actually, maybe you're stronger than what you give yourselves credit for, that maybe it is a good thing, that actually maybe it can empower one another. But I think this is a lot about being at peace with what the past is, and, you know, making peace before you move forward. Sorry, I won't overcomplicate it, right? And some of this hesitancy around connecting might just be because it's the fear. It's the fear of the unknown. It's the fear of what has happened in the past, places where people, situations have done you dirty and you just don't want to get back into it. But again, not that I think it's completely holding you back, because process your feelings, grieve, do what you got to do. I think some of this is just like still needing to sort itself out, but just don't get stuck there. That's kind of been a theme in the collective this week, especially as certain things are resurfacing, popping up to trigger us, to challenge us. We really need to be better, overcome, rise above, all that good stuff, right? Or not so fun stuff, but good stuff. Things that make us feel like way better, right? In the long run. So Libra, thank you so much for your time, energy, always. I hope you found messages that resonated for you here. Definitely drop comments below if you did. I love to hear, or I just love to connect, say hey, share in a little love, a little TLC. I so appreciate all the love, all the support that you have brought to the channel. Know I'm sending it back your way.